We do see Herc. We do secure it. We take a little bit of damage right here. We're going to focus Hercules. He's the one that's dealing all the damage. We're going to go use our ultimate onto him. We're able to clean him up. Throw off our 3. We're actually not afraid of this Ares at all. We should be able to just clean him up with basics. It's a nice little easy double. Here comes a Wheelish. We are actually a little scared of her. We're going to keep wiggling. She hits the Scorpion. We miss. We miss. We're throwing. We're throwing. We're going to use our 2. And we're able to get the cleanup on a Wheelish. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request and a skin showcase for the Silver Bullet Tsukuyomi in Jungle. If you are new to the channel, I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. As always, the full build is in the description down below. If you are a returning viewer, I feel like Tsukuyomi can be played in jungle or solo. You want to be really aggressive early on, and he does build lifesteal pretty well with Soul Eater. They did have their support leave, but he does come back relatively quickly. So let's go ahead and jump into Tsukuyomi's kit. Tsukuyomi's 1, Dark Moon Shuriken. Tsukuyomi's going to throw his Shuriken. It's going to pass through enemy minions and stop on an enemy god. If Tsukuyomi gets close, he's going to retrieve the Shuriken and reduce its cooldown. Tsukuyomi's next basic attack after using this is going to be ranged, and it's going to steal enemy movement speed. The cooldown reduction is going to be 4 seconds, and the movement speed steal is going to be 25%. Tsukuyomi's 2, Kusarigami. Tsukuyomi's going to swing his weapon left, right, and then in front of him. The left and right attacks are going to disarm enemies. The attack that hits in front of him is going to stun enemies. While channeling this ability, Tsukuyomi is going to gain 25% movement speed. The disarm duration is 1 second, the stun is 1 second at level 1, 1.4 seconds at level 5. Tsukuyomi's 3, Silver Moon Caltrops. Tsukuyomi is going to create a half moon or crescent with caltrops that damage and slow enemies for 1.5 seconds. Enemies who move inside this caltrop field take damage and are slowed again. After casting this ability, Tsukuyomi's next basic attack becomes a ranged attack that's going to deal additional physical damage. The slow is going to be 15% at level 1, 25% at level 5. The bonus damage is going to be 5 plus 40% of your power. Tsukuyomi's ultimate, Piercing Moonlight. Tsukuyomi is going to become CC immune and gain 20% damage reduction. He's going to fire 4 powerful beams of Piercing Moonlight. Enemy gods that are damaged are going to be marked. Each beam can hit up to 3 enemy gods. After firing all the beams, Tsukuyomi is going to charge and deal damage to all the enemies hit. Tsukuyomi will end his dash at the final enemy hit. If Tsukuyomi kills an enemy god with this ability, Tsukuyomi will gain both of his ranged attacks. And finally, Tsukuyomi's passive, Shingetsu and Mangetsu. Tsukuyomi wields Shingetsu in his left hand and Mangetsu in his right hand. When these weapons damage an enemy, they become empowered. Shingetsu gains 50% cleave and restores mana. Mangetsu deals bonus damage and restores health. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 2, level 2, put a point into our 1, level 3, put a point into our 3, level 4, another point into our 2. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 2, max out our 1, max out our 3. In terms of the start, we started with Manikin Scepter and tier 1 of Jotunn's Wrath. Manikin Scepter is going to provide us 10 basic attack damage, 10 physical protections. It has a passive that enemies hit by your basic attacks are burned, taking 16 physical damage plus 5% of your physical and magical power over 2 seconds and have their attack speed reduced by 4.5%. Jungle monsters take 4 times the amount of burn damage and restore 3 health and 5 mana if they die while they are burned. This effect can stack up to 3 times. Tsukuyomi can clear camps really well because of his Shingetsu and Mangetsu. He can split the damage because whenever his Shingetsu, his left, I believe, gets empowered, it is an AoE hit and it's going to apply mannequins to both or all harpies. Getting a little bit of pressure, we're just going to fall back. Let's see if he oversteps right here. Relics is here. That's a Wheelish's jump. We're going to throw off our 3, slow her a little bit, hit her with the ranged 1, steal a little bit of movement speed, go ahead and use our ultimate. We have our 2. Oh, our basic felt stuck for some reason, but we're able to clean her up. Right there after using our 2, our basic fell stuck. We were spamming it. That's why we just looked at it for a second. We have enough money for Jotunn's and we're very weak, so we're going to go ahead back and pick that up. Jotunn's Wrath is going to provide us 50 physical power, 150 mana, 10 physical penetration, and 20% cooldown reduction. This item stats are so strong it does not have a passive, and that's 10 flat physical penetration. So the way flat pen works versus percent pen is flat pen is going to be subtractive, meaning it's going to just remove 10 protections when you're dealing damage to them. Percent is divitive? There's a word for it. I'm drawing a blank this morning. But let's say the enemy has 50 physical protections. 10 flat pen is going to bring that down to 40. If you have 20% penetration, that's also going to bring it down to 40. So I guess 50 wasn't the best number. 100, 10 flat will bring it down to 90. 20% will bring it down to 80. So if the enemy has less than 50 physical protections, which we do right now, flat pen is going to be more effective than percent pen. So flat pen is really effective in the early game. We're going to go ahead and try to invade the blue. A Relics jumps right as we're going for it. Get some good damage. She does her flip. We're pretty weak. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Oh, we're going to take too many tower shots to fade away. Nope, not enough damage. Unfortunate. That was super aggressive of us to ult in right there. We got pretty weak and we were like, oh, we just need to get our damage off. She used her ultimate and I'm pretty sure she gains protections in it. So she actually played that really well. Ares is back in the game. He's only down a level. If we use our 2 on camps, we're not going to get the heal from it. But if we get our basics off first, especially a second basic with our 1 while it's empowered, that's going to hit everything with Manikins, and then we'll get the heal off of everything.
Enemy missing right.
We're going to check mid right now.
Enemy missing middle.
Looks clear. Our mid laner's over in left, so we're going to go ahead and just clear this wave. If he was on his way from Fountain, we would just leave it for him. Our speed is up, but we're going to go ahead, drop red, and then go for speed. This skin is, it's a solid skin, but I think it was the weakest of the 4 skins to come out in the 8-8 bonus balance. It just looks like the Athena skin. I don't think there's much difference between the 2. Hercules is really weak. We're going to go ahead and drop the blue before committing to anything in right lane. Relics is in mid, so it'd be a good time to gank the Hercules. Looks like he's under tower or he backed, so we're just going to go ahead and rotate mid. For our relic, we went with Blink. I feel like Blink is just the go-to first relic on junglers. A little bit of a fight going on. We're going to go ahead and step to it. Blink up. Go ahead and throw off a 3. Get some good damage. Basic. We're just going to eat the Outwash ultimate, which actually did a lot of damage to us. It took out about half of our health. Go ahead, hit the back harps. The back small harp should be spawning soon. We're gonna go ahead, hit red, and then just go ahead and back. We're gonna back because we have enough money for hydras. We actually have plenty of health and plenty of mana to keep the rotation going. We're going to go ahead back and pick up Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament is going to provide us with 40 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 10 MP5. This item has two passives. The first one, for 8 seconds after using an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 40% damage. Abilities that function like basic attacks do not benefit from this. The second passive, this item grants 2.5 MP5 per 10% of your missing mana. We're really picking it up for the first passive. Whenever we cast our 1, our next basic becomes ranged, and that will benefit from the Hydra proc, same with our 3. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we secure this blue. We do see Herc. We do secure it. We take a little bit of damage right here. We're going to focus Hercules. He's the one that's dealing all the damage. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate on him. We're able to clean him up. Throw off our 3. We're actually not afraid of this Ares at all. We should be able to just clean him up with basics. It's a nice little easy double. Here comes a Wheelish. We are actually a little scared of her. We're going to keep wiggling. She hits the Scorpion. We miss. We miss. We're throwing. We're throwing. We're going to use our 2. And we're able to get the cleanup on a Wheelish. Soft little triple kill. Too much time went by from the double to triple, but we were able to clean up 3 people. We're very weak, so we're just going to go ahead back, start working on our next item. We're going to be going into Shifter Shields to pick up a little bit of protections for physical and magical damage. We also picked up our second relic, which we chose to go for beads. They have an Ares on their team. Our ultimate is CC immune, so that does help. I feel like we also still want beads. If Ares ults us and we have beads and our ultimate up, we're going to want to go ahead and use our ultimate. Ultimate's going to have a shorter cooldown than beads. We want to save beads for whenever we don't have our ultimate. We get the slow, that's his dash. We're going to go use our ultimate. Google's able to clean up 1. We're going to just get our damage off and then start falling back. We're able to clean up the Ares. That's another 3 down. We should go for the Scorpion at Fire Giant since they have 3 people down. Especially since we were only 100 gold off of being able to pick up Shifter Shield. Both Scorpions are up. It'd be nice to get one of those down. I feel like you usually want to try to have at least 1 down by 12 minutes, if not both. Alpuash is over and left, so mid is wide open. We do want to try to make ourselves over to left. We're going to rush over there. Somebody's weak.
Your left tower is under attack.
We're looking for him. But I think they are a bunch of Houdinis. I have no idea where they went. We're still on the hunt. Can't find them. So we just wasted about 20 seconds looking for people that weren't there. We're gonna go ahead and hit the Scorpion. The Scorpion's gonna enhance our purple, red, and our green buff. I really like Tsukuyomi's basic attack clear in the jungle. It really allows you to like, oh, I can just basic attack this versus I need to use an ability on this camp. We're going to go ahead back, pick up Shifter's Shield, and then start another rotation. Shifter's Shield is going to provide us 30 physical power and 25 physical protections. It has a passive that while you're over 75% health, you're going to gain 30 physical power. While you're under 75 health, you're going to gain 40 magical and physical protections. So if you're healthy enough, you're going to have 60 power from this item, which is pretty strong for a hybrid item. And then you can have up to 65 physical protections and 40 magical protections whenever you start to get weak. After going into Shifters, we're going to go ahead and start working on Soul Eater, which is going to be our lifesteal item. Golem's able to clean up Outwash. You want to focus Stanza right here. That's an Ares ultimate. We know which leaf you are. We're able to clean up the Danza Bora. That's 4 down on the enemy team. Gold Fury is wide open. I think that's actually a little bit of a misplay. I think we probably could have pushed the middle tower and then gone for the Gold Fury. You know, 3 down is an easy secure. 4 down is a tower and a secure. Go ahead, hit a little bit of farm while waiting for red to spawn.
Good. I hated them.
We're going to go ahead back and pick up Soul Eater. Soul Eater is going to provide us with 20 physical power, 10% physical lifesteal, 10% physical penetration, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that your abilities heal you for 5% of the damage dealt. Each time anything dies within 80 units, you're going to gain a stack. Gods, large jungle monsters, and bosses provide 5 stacks. At 75 stacks, Soul Eater evolves, gaining 15 physical power, 5% physical lifesteal, and causing your abilities to heal you for 20% of the damage dealt. So this is going to cap out our cooldown reduction, so we're sitting at 40%. Anything we build that goes over that is going to do nothing for us. This is our first percent penetration item of 10%, and that's not a lot, but it is nice to have on Soul Eater. I feel like it's free. We're going to pick up Soul Eater whether it had the percent penetration or not. We find a Wheelish. Go ahead and disarm. I think she immune the stun. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Chase her down. Team's pushing left pretty hard. We're going to try to rotate through it. Yeah, we're coming up behind 3 people. We do not have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and blink up. Steal a little bit of movement speed from the Outwash. We missed the stun. We're able to clean up the Outwash though. Danza's right there. Right now we're just trying to wiggle, avoid some damage. We're between 3 people. We're going to use our 2, get the stun on the Danza, throw off our basic. Go ahead and throw our slow field. We're going to keep falling back. We hit the Danza in his lead form. We just want to keep using our 1 and 3, throwing off the range basic attacks. We're going to go ahead and step up, get some pressure onto the Danza. Golem's able to get the pick. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We want to use our ultimate in that situation over our beads because our ult's going to be up in 40. Beads is down for like 2.5 minutes. Soul Eater is fully evolved, so now we're getting 20% of the damage we deal with our abilities as a heal. Which, I mean, our 1, 3, and 2, I feel like we get them really quickly, especially with 40% cooldown reduction. so it's almost consistent heals as we're landing damage. We went ahead and picked up Manikin Hidden Blade. Manikin Hidden Blade is going to provide us with 60 physical power, 30 physical protections, and 5 damage reduction. It has a passive that if you have not taken or dealt damage in the last 5 seconds and hit an enemy god, jungle monster, or jungle boss, they immediately take 20% of their maximum health as physical damage and are slowed by 20% for 5 seconds. So the whole reason we went into Manikin Scepter is to pick up Manikin Hidden Blade. I do feel like Ive the Jungle is a little bit stronger in the early game, but I don't really like its upgrades. Manikin Hidden Blade is actually an insane item. We're gonna go ahead and step behind this upwash. Hercules doesn't seem to be playing. That's the bees from Outwash. We're in a little bit of trouble right here. We're gonna go bead. Nope, we didn't beads. We did beads, but it was late. We're gonna go back. That shell definitely just saved our life from our support. We're gonna keep working on Heartseeker. Heal up a bit. When we leave Fallon, we want to use our 2, so that way we get the increased movement speed. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. The Fire Giant Scorpion is still up. If it was down and Fire Giant was up, we definitely would be able to secure Fire Giant right here. That is an Oni Fury. The Oni Fury is going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane. The enhanced minion wave is going to deal more damage and have additional protections. So it's going to be able to push up each lane. We're going to go ahead and back. You didn't need to back right there. We could have just walked to speed. Looks like supports are having a little support off at the right harpies.
Enemy missing right.
Get the stun. That's his ultimate. We're gonna go use our ultimate. We hit him and Outwash. Outwash was really our target right there. Go ahead and clean him up. Get ourselves a nice little double kill. Zenith is over and left. We should be able to clean up this Phoenix, no problem.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
We're gonna go ahead and move to the left Phoenix. Just make sure that we get a second Phoenix down. I think making the end call would have been a little risky. So getting the second Phoenix is definitely the safer call. It's just going to prolong the game. But it does give us the advantage if we get wiped right here. We're gonna go ahead and try to steal the speed. Hercules pulls the camp, so we're actually just gonna run away. Oh, they're all so weak. We blink in. Hades gets one. Hook only gets the second. For some reason we think we have our blink. We're trying to blink over that wall, which would have been a better use of our blink than what we used it for right before. Danza's here. Throw off for 3. We get taunted out over 2, so we don't get the stun off. We're going to go ahead back and pick up Heartseeker. Heartseeker is going to provide us 65 physical power, 200 mana, 20 MP5, and 10% physical penetration. It has a passive that your abilities deal an additional 2% of the target's maximum health as physical damage. If you have over 200 power, your ability bonus damage scales up. This effect reaches a maximum of 5% maximum health damage at 400 physical power. Subsequent hits on the same target do 75% of the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds. We're going to go ahead and start working on Fire Giant. We have 393 physical power, so we are almost at the cap for the Heartseeker procs. That is the Fire Giant buff. Fire Giant is going to provide us with HP 5, MP 5, and allow us to deal more damage to structures. So we just need to win one fight here, and we win the game. They didn't take a tower this game. That's rough. We're gonna go step out, make sure that Outwash doesn't get free picks onto us. They're over 3. Ooh, that Heartseeker proc is looking good. We miss our 2. We're gonna go use our ultimate. Hit a bunch of people. Hades cleans up 1. Hades cleans up 2. That's 3 down on the enemy team. We're gonna chase down this Outwash, and it looks like Hercules gave up. So that's a free Titan here. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.